structured podcast.
It is. It's great. It's even Casamigos. Everybody raves about. I love you.
Not a
No,
big
I don't
fan?
really like tequila. Perfect.
And we're live.
And we're live.
Are we live?
After I just died. Yeah, we are. All right, I gotta start.
We're live. Welcome to the Slater. How do you start? I don't know how this even works.
I started, but
That
you were
makes-
doing really good. Why
that
don't you
makes sense.
go for it?
Hi, I'm Slater Harrison. This is my co-host, Matt Benjamin. Welcome to the pod.
Hey.
It's pretty
how's
good.
it going?
It's pretty good.
My name's Matthew Benjamin. I'll take the reins, but that was good. I know
you.
you're looking for a job,
Listen, I'll do whatever.
so I will. Maybe I'll have you host and fill in for me while I'm
Let's show them a clip.
four-legged.
Let's go to the highlights.
We'll do a highlight reel
Highlight reel of. Do you have a highlight of the fall?
of the fall. No, I wish I did. I was like the fall.
Yeah, the fall.
I thought of the season
Yeah.
initially.
Do you have highlights of your 2022 fall?
No, I wish I did.
Slater Harrison
It was
is out there breaking hearts.
2023.
No, it was not.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God. All right, let me start this off.
It was
This
2022 fall. We haven't got to 2023 fall yet. That's in the future.
Okay. Oh, but
How
the
many drinks
fall-
have you had?
My fall happened in 2023.
But then you brought up the season.
All right, everybody.
We'll be right back.
This week on Shotcast, we have Matthew Benjamin. Now, is that your first and last name, or
My first name is Matt.
yeah,
Matthew.
yeah,
Middle name Scott. Last name Benjamin.
yeah? Two first names.
Two first names.
You can't trust them.
That's what they say. And I don't know where that started. Is
I
there
don't know either.
like a person who did something bad?
yeah, probably.
Probably. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
assumption. We don't know that even
It
for
was probably
sure.
like Richard Robert, and
That's
he
a
was,
not. That would be a bad one. Richard Robert.
Yeah, that would be really bad. I
That's-
usually like alliteration, but that would suck.
Yeah, people like alliteration. Like, what would your? I mean, first of all, you sort of have two first names. Can we be clear? If anything, you have a reversal.
Well,
I know some Harrisons.
yeah, my nephew's named Harrison. Yeah.
There's one.
Yeah.
His name's not Harrison. Harrison is.
No, that's what everyone thinks. I'm like, they do live in Alabama, but
Yeah,
it was
I mean,
not incest or anything weird like that. But they, no, it's my sister's kid, so she changed her last name, so his last name's different.
But she wanted it back.
She did. My dad
like
doesn't have
that.
any sons.
I like that. She was
so-
like, "Listen, you can take my last name, but I'm taking it back.
yeah, our
Firstborn
firstborn
is getting my last
is
name
having
first,
my last name,
and
yeah.
people are going to be confused by the story."
Yeah, it always every time someone's like, "Oh, so it's Harrison." I'm like, "Do you think we're like a bunch of hillbillies?" Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's probably same first name, last name people out there.
I hope not.
I hope there's not a Richard Robert, but I feel like out of the millions of people in
Yeah,
this
there's
country,
probably like one. You think there's somebody out there with the first name, last name the same?
Richard. I also don't get how Richard is, the long version of like Dick.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
that's
yeah, we'll call him Dick.
That's a good question. How did you get from Richard to Dick? Because there's nothing. Now, there are the letters of Dick in Richard. They are in a different order.
There's no K in Richard.
That's true, but there's a
It's a
DIC.
silent K.
Yeah. You're damn right. I don't know how to spell.
I think the first Richard.
We'll be right back after a few messages from our sponsors.
I think the first Richard must have been a huge dick.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
an
yeah.
asshole.
And you think he was such a big dick that they were like,
Yeah, just
Oh.
call him Dick.
oh, they called him Dick, and then that just stuck.
Yeah, and they're like, oh yeah, no, Dick's short for Richard. And then
Yeah.
it caught on through the centuries, just like having two first names is bad.
Right, but I would like to know, like, if there, like, is there a killer? Like, where did it? Is there a robber?
A robber?
Like someone who
Like
stole?
a thief?
Yeah.
I'm like, Robert, we're going back on that.
Oh, Robert the
Dick,
robber.
Dick Robber. He's
Well, you don't want to be robbing dicks. Sounds like
he's got a whole bag full of dicks
yeah.
that he
Dick
stole
robber.
from the dick store.
Dick robber, a huge whore.
Yeah, that makes sense. Wow.
Being a dick robber, being a whore.
Yeah.
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 It all connects full circle. Do you know like do you want kids? And if so, what would you name them? Or what would you name your hypothetical children?
I do want kids. I've never thought about it. If we're like, if I'm,
You never thought
and I'm not
about-
even trying to be like, oh man, I don't think about that stuff. Like I really have never, I mean, I feel like that's like a guy's thing. Be like, haven't thought about the names of my children, but I mean, I really haven't.
Well, yeah.
But I would like them to have names.
Yeah, I feel like you
For
have
sure.
to see them. But then you only have like so much time before you have to name them.
How much time do people get? You got to have, like, legally.
Before you...
Like before the government's like, we need to take your child. You didn't name it quickly.
It needs a social security number. We're just going to call him 10652. Like,
But that would be fun. That's AI.
it would.
It sounds
it
like
would.
a computer
I
thing.
don't know. That's actually interesting. I'm going to look that up.
Yeah, let's look that up. Let's get some.
Jamie,
Yeah.
let's get this. Rick, I'm going to make you our Jamie soon so you can look up things for us.
Is Jamie a researching person on the
on
the team?
on Joe Rogan, yeah.
Oh, on Joe Rogan.
He's always like, Jamie, treats him like a bitch.
Yeah, you got to have a researching person, you know?
I don't even, you know when you go to Google something and you don't even know like what to put in the search bar?
Say, how long do you have to legally name your child? And
Like, is there placeholder names? I wonder. That's where John Smith probably came from.
there might not be a.
Most states require that you register a baby's birth. Oh, no, not the birth. I want the name. Parents have up to a year to register a name on the birth certificate.
Yeah, so we're going too quick. A year. A year. You got time to understand your child. And who needs a name at 0 to 365?
Yeah, you just like get the baby.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Get
don't
the
even
baby.
say like get
The baby's
Claire.
not getting texts
Like
yet.
you just go. I gotta put the baby down.
And most of us, we forget. Like when I meet people, sometimes I forget their name anyways. It might take me
Yeah.
a year to know their name.
Yeah, I wonder who decided that. We're not gonna get into a rabbit hole now, but I'm gonna do
First
that.
of all, we should. But
Later.
what I'm saying is, parents, if you're out there listening to the Shotcast and you're about to go into labor, hold off on picking a name. You don't need to
Don't.
pick a name now.
Don't worry about it.
Meet your kid.
Yeah.
Meet your kid. See?
Have him name himself.
Yeah.
Or herself. Or
Not herself.
themself.
If it's a him, let him name himself. If it's a her, don't. Let's.
It's gonna take her fucking 5 years.
I'm just saying. Don't. Yeah.
You could change it too. You can always legally
And
change
you can
your
always
name.
legally change it. Maybe you go with Blades, and it was a mistake,
And
but
then
you got
it
time.
turns out not to be a good blader.
Yeah, maybe it's not
That
a
would
good
be
blader.
embarrassing to be named Blades and you're just falling all over
Falling
the
all
fucking
over the
skate
place.
park.
Falling all over the place. Can't cut a vegetable. Can't do anything that's new
Everything
Blades.
that his name represents, he's failed at.
Yeah.
So then we can just go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
I wonder if you get another year.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
just live in no name land.
Oh, No Name Land, and that's
That'd
a
be
good.
fun.
That's a good name for a second pod. No Name Land.
No name land. Yeah, with a bunch of nobodies.
Yeah.
I already got a full.
This is
guest list.
listen. This is only the second time I've ever done a podcast. The first one didn't air, and
Oh,
I'm
really?
hoping it was like a test pod. Like it was like it was recorded, but it was like I'm kind of figuring it all out.
Oh, it was on something you were producing?
No, I was just like the first
You were
guy. The
just
first
the-
time they ever like did something.
the
I don't
dummy.
think they ever actually put it out there.
Wow, what'd you say?
Probably a lot of great stuff, honestly. But who will ever know?
Gold.
Yeah, a lot of gold. But I'm hoping that this gets out there because this pod is sponsored. It's not in the shot. You at home, the home viewers can't see it, but this pod is sponsored by a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
The sponsor's not happy because it's never in the shot, and that's not what a sponsor ever wants.
Well, we could bring it. We could bring it in the shot. So this episode, we are drinking Casamigos.
Casamigos.
I know a lot of you voted last Shotcast that Casamigos needed to make an appearance, and guess what? It's here. It's here today.
It's here today, Casamigos. And do you know what that means in English?
House friends.
I didn't know, so
I don't know. It's
We'll
just
go with
like Casa and Amigos together. I'm like, oh, a house of friends.
yeah, it's a house of friends.
It's a friendly home.
It's a friendly home. It's a home that you're welcome in
Yeah.
to get drunk in.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter if your name's Blades or No Name.
Yeah, exactly.
You can have a shot.
That's actually that's who made this tequila. No, it was George Clooney, and who else is in it?
Oh, George
It's
Clooney,
George,
the Cloonster.
George
That's what they
Clooney,
say.
because he doesn't have enough
The Cloon
money.
Man.
And Raoul.
George Clooney. A lot of people think he's rich. He's doing bad.
He's not.
He's doing.
He's not.
He's doing bad.
He thought he was going to be a bachelor for life,
He's on OnlyFans.
and then he got married and had kids.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Named him Blades. It's not going good. He has an OnlyFans too.
Yeah, he's an
Clooney fans.
He would do well.
He would do so well.
If you're.
But I feel like I could find that shit. I could just Google George Clooney feet. Probably get it.
Who was the celebrity woman that it was there was like a woman, not a porn star, not a sex worker, like she made an OnlyFans, she doesn't show anything. It like happened during the pandemic. Like she made like $1 million+ like, and then like sex workers were very upset at her because they were like she was
You're a
taking.
genius.
Well, I think they were like mad because like you're taking like our clients, and like I don't know how I feel about that one way or the other, but like.
I mean, dude, if you fucking kill it and do your
Right.
own thing and you don't have to do what the sex workers are doing, you're like, because there's a million people on my Instagram feed. Now I look like I'm just following a bunch of biddies, but
Might as
they're all posting bikini pics and crazy shit in their ass, and like that's all for free.
That's what I mean.
If
yeah,
you can
yeah.
make some income off that, good for you.
Yeah, why
Fucking
would you
go
not?
for it.
Yeah, why would you not? Like
just
if-
block your family. Make sure they're not seeing everything.
If you already have a huge following, start an OnlyFans. You don't have to show anything, and you're gonna make like thousands of dollars a month just to do what you're doing anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Like George Clooney, if you're listening, start an OnlyFans.
We
you don't have to show
a
anything.
Deal for you.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. This
Sharks.
next week it's gonna be sponsored by OnlyFans.
Oh, that would be a good sponsorship.
Yeah.
You tell them we'll put your logo in the corner and
People's
no one will see
clothes
it.
slowly come off.
Yeah.
Every like scene switch.
Every shot.
Yeah, it's just like what? Like keep going back and forth.
That's smart.
And it's like, oh, shirt off. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean? Well, then you just start playing strip poker in here. We get Rick, the producer, involved. It's gonna get weird.
I mean, I don't even know if you need to bring in the poker.
No, you don't.
I
I'm
can't
not
play
very
poker,
good at
but
poker.
I can take a shirt off. You know.
You can't. Yeah, that's 101 for life. Being able to clothe yourself.
Yeah.
Do we get taught that? We must.
How to
When
get unclothed?
when do parents stop clothing children? Why are we on such a kids kick? I don't know if I like it.
I mean, I thought you this is if there's no structure in a pod.
No, because it gets to weird places like this, and that's why I love it.
I think I mean I don't know the answer because I don't have kids, but I would imagine that like are you talking about like literally clothing them or like picking out outfits?
No, literally clothing.
I would think it takes a couple
Because
years.
you were proud to say that you could take your shirt off by yourself. So I was just checking what the timeline was.
Yeah, I mean, it's been at least a decade.
Okay, good.
At least 10
We
years.
won't tell you
Yeah.
Matthew's real age.
Sure. Have I practiced how to do it? Of course. You're always trying to get.
Put it on backwards, maybe inside out.
Sometimes if a shirt's inside out, I won't even undo it. I'll put it up. I'll put the thing up and then bring it back down like that. There's lots of ways to practice stuff. That's what I'm saying.
You just move to a warm climate.
Sometimes you go one arm.
Ooh, you could do the one arm.
Sometimes you go two. Sometimes you go this way just because it's fun.
Oh yeah, I like that. Way.
There's a lot of
That's
ways.
fun.
Have fun. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Have fun.
Have fun with it.
Take off your pants one leg at a time, 2 legs at a time. Put one
Oh.
leg on, leave one leg off. Leave the house, see what happens.
That's kind of what's been happening.
Use the
to me.
other leg as like a skip it.
Ooh, I love Skip It.
That was a game. That was a good
It
game.
was a good game.
What was the goal of that game? I don't know.
Get
but
as
we had
many
fun.
as you can.
Oh, there was a counter, wasn't
yeah,
there?
there was.
There was a counter.
I don't know how high it went though.
Skip it. Skip it.
Oh my
I think that
God.
was the whole jingle. They just kept saying skip it, and that was the name of it.
Fucking jingles, man.
That's how you write a jingle. It's
Now
like,
all the jingles are with
lemonade. Lemonade. That's going to sell. That's
yeah,
going to sell.
It is. That's
Why
gonna
would
get
that
the,
not
the
be?
views, listens up real quick. There's what was I gonna say about jingles and shit? I feel like nowadays there's only jingles for like prescription drugs, you know? Like there's no like
Yeah.
jingles for like cool, like friendly toys or snacks or like fun products anymore.
Well, here's the question. How often are you watching like shows or something that would have a kid-friendly product on it? So I think that's something that
Oh, that's
like we're not watching enough
true.
like Disney. We're
I
not
gotta
watching
get
much
back
Nick.
on my Cartoon Network grind.
You're not probably listening to a lot of radio.
Yeah, no.
Jingles were big on radio.
Yeah.
But also you are right. There are a lot of songs
Oh
for
yeah,
like
this
drugs.
is kind of your niche, no?
Yeah. Listen, we weren't joking up top. I'm looking for a job. I work in advertising, and I'm hilarious. Find me on podcasts.
Find me on the podcast. But you know what? The whole jingle thing is actually, I was having this thought like last week or something, no joke, because I've had a lot of time on my hands. And I was thinking about the person who came up with the Pepto Bismol jingle.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Everyone knows it.
Everyone knows it.
It's just talking about all the shitty symptoms.
Yep.
And it is catchy. And everyone knows it. Everyone sings it.
They made it fun
they
because there's
did.
nothing fun about
When you
diarrhea.
got
Let's just be
upset
honest.
stomach. I can't name all the symptoms, but I know it
Heartburn.
ends diarrhea.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wow.
Yeah. No, they made it almost sound sexy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
they got like a little jazz band in the background. They didn't skimp on the production value.
They had fun, and that's what music should be.
That's what it's all about.
You know.
When you have an upset stomach, You want to hear a fun
Diarrhea.
tune. Exactly. That makes you want to poop your pants in the best way.
Oh, you think it makes you want to?
Yeah. Like, I'm kind of upset when I
you're
don't
not
have an
6?
upset stomach.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's how good the
Because I
song
want
is.
to just chug that Pepto. Actually, I hate the taste of Pepto. It's fucking gross.
Interesting. I don't think it tastes that bad. I want to
It's
just
like
drink it if I don't eat it.
pink slime from Nickelodeon, you know?
Boy, I did want to get slimed though. So maybe that does make sense.
Oh, God.
What does that mean?
That's the shot clock.
Oh, the shot clock.
Yeah.
It's like a
I know.
basketball thing.
It goes by really fast. Also, I was at Nickelodeon slime time.
And?
I did not get slimed, but I had like a ricochet slime. So does that count? Did I get slimed?
You got some on you.
I got a little green on me.
It's
Jizz.
better than I can say. It looked fun.
It was fun. I went to Universal Studios.
In Orlando, Florida.
Yeah. Shout out. Fucking hate Florida. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
Shout out. We hate you.
Hey, if you're listening
Gotcha.
in Florida, fuck you.
You've been slatered.
The Gators. I have to go back to Florida at the end of this month, and I'm
Hey,
really,
folks, if you're playing at home, take a shot with us.
No, yeah, take a shot, please.
Let me ask you this. Do a lot of folks take shots at home? Do you get a lot
How do you
of texts?
do it so fast?
I just don't want to think about it, really.
Oh, God, it's all I can think about.
To be fair, this was your idea. This
I
is your
know.
podcast.
I know.
You came up
Well-
with this whole concept. No one forced you to do this.
I know. I really did do it to myself. But
Sure did. Yeah, sure
I couldn't
did.
do, what else could I have done? Podcast? Then it would just be a really
Podcast
slow,
the podcast.
It'd be an even weirder.
So you only want to do things that rhyme with. When are we eating the hot wings? By the way,
I know.
is this hot ones or what?
I know.
Bring out the hot wings.
It feels like Hotcast. See, I
Oh,
could
Hotcast.
just do it with everything.
Yeah,
It'd be great. I should do that. I guess this is the
that show has a
opposite.
lot of structure. You and that show are very different.
That show has structure.
Hot wings.
Yeah, but
Hot ones. I mean,
hot wings have structure.
hot
They
hot
come
ones
in-
has structure. They got a lineup of wings. They got hard hitting questions.
I have.
This is
some-
free flowing, but
you
that's
think,
true.
You think it's flexible. You
Yeah.
think I don't have an agenda.
Oh, but this is.
I got some stuff ready.
She like pulls out a script.
I'm waiting.
Well, you said exactly what I knew you'd say. I'm like,
verbatim.
Jesus Christ, she's a witch.
I am
This is
a
crazy.
wizard. I prefer.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, the preferred term is wizard.
Yeah, it is. Don't offend all the.
Witches
sensitive
are cooler
people.
than wizards, though, aren't they?
Nah, not if you lived in Salem.
Yeah, but that was a while. Could you be a witch in Salem now? They
Yeah.
wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you're a witch.
I feel like they would support that.
yeah, if you're a witch now, go to Salem because that's a
Yeah.
big fu.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like
Guess who's back, bitch?
didn't kill me. My
Guess who's back?
ancestors. Back again.
Yeah,
The
and then
witch
it's
is
Slim
back.
Shady as a witch.
Yeah. Witch shady. I
man.
like it.
Boy, we're killing it. How are we doing? I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, we're doing great.
Damn, this might be one of the best podcasts that's ever been
Made?
yeah.
Yeah, I know. It gets pretty weird, especially towards the middle point when people start to get a little tipsy. They say some cancelous shit. But
And how many people?
I leave it all in, baby.
And how many people have been canceled so far?
Everybody. Nobody walks away from this
Oh yeah.
unscathed. Yeah.
Close up to the crutches.
Yeah, yeah.
No one walks away from this pod.
Yeah.
Zoom in.
According-
That's the clip. I watch a lot of podcasts, and a lot of podcasts though someone will inevitably turn to camera and be like, "That's the clip."
Yeah, I know. That happened actually the last one I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those
because I said
moments?
white power.
That's the clip.
Out of context. Out of context.
Out of context, white
Yeah.
power bad. In context, like at a rally, it's fine.
It's good.
It's fine.
Goes right past.
Obviously, it's fine if
Yeah.
you're with the white. If you're with the white people,
If you're with the white people.
then it's fine.
If it's white, it's right.
Can
That's
you get canceled if you're unemployed?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Usually
like
it goes in the opposite order. But
Right,
you know,
right.
you could be a cool subject, a new breed to study.
Can you
and
be
do
canceled if you're nobody?
Yeah, I think so.
You think
I
so?
Well, I don't know, because you know what I was actually thinking of? I
tell.
was, because I started putting stuff on my Facebook page, and I haven't used Facebook since like high school. And I was looking at some of my, I probably shouldn't even say this, but I was looking at some of my old like albums on my Facebook.
Yeah.
Like photo albums.
Classic.
Ooh, there's some incriminating shit on there. Like if I ever want to run for anything, if I like made it bit, like I gotta cleanse that shit. I should probably do it now, just so
I'll be
people
honest.
don't
You shouldn't
go look.
run at all right now.
I'm.
Wait, what
Well, for
kind of
those who were just listening,
what kind of photos were we talking about?
what?
Like what kind of photos would we talk
I
about?
can't even say with good conscience right
Are we
now.
talking blackface?
There, no, no.
Like
It was
that's
more
what I
like-
mean.
It was more like scarf head.
Scarf head.
Yeah. The caption was, "We get that Arab money."
Oh.
Yeah. You don't want to fuck with those people though.
Right,
so
right,
I didn't
right.
do that. I don't
But
know
was
what
it in
I'm doing.
2001?
It's
Because
honestly, it was no. I was in high school. I was gonna say that was pretty close. No, I was 9.
listen,
Yeah.
when you're younger, you do some stuff. I had a friend in high school, and I'm not gonna say his name because who cares, and no one knows who he is.
Oh,
but
I say my name. All the names. Say his name.
truthfully, now that you're asking me to, I'm not sure I
Yeah.
remember his name. But
Really?
I want to say it wasn't Rob.
It was Richard Robert.
It was Richard Robert, and we've come full circle. That's the podcast. We'll be back next week.
Yes.
No, like it was high school. Like it was probably like a year after. It was probably 2002, and stuff was going down in the Middle East, and it just had come out, and he just started driving around the parking lot, all windows down, just blaring Outcast bombs over Baghdad.
Oh,
and I'm not saying
wow.
that it was right, but in the moment we were laughing.
Oh, 100%. I'd be
like when
cracking
you're,
up.
yeah, I mean, because like you're not. First of all, when we were younger, I didn't even know the word woke. I didn't know it.
It didn't exist
Yeah,
back then.
it
That shit
didn't
just
exist.
came out in COVID because people were bored and they're like, you know what? I just woke up. Oh, woke. That's a word now.
Yeah,
and then
it
everyone's
could've
like, okay, we're crazy indoors. Sure, that's a word now.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like bootylicious when it got added to the dictionary because Beyonce.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah. So I wonder if woke got added. Probably had to.
And listen,
Otherwise, you're not woke.
I'm not even saying that
So
people
stupid.
shouldn't be woke in some regards or whatnot, but also sometimes it's just like you just don't know.
I feel like you shouldn't
didn't know.
be held accountable for your actions until you're 18, like everything else.
Yeah, we were definitely not 18. I think we were probably 17, 16,
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, you were on the brim.
I'm not saying that it was like right. I'm sure in the moment we all knew this is
No,
insanely.
dude, I
should be
did
laughing at this, but
so
also
much,
was ridiculous.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Also, we didn't write the song.
That's true. That's so true. Or maybe you did.
No, I'm not trying to. So
Matthew
now
Benjamin loves a good jingle, loves a good Baghdad
Listen,
song.
here's the thing. How can we be blamed for Outkast writing a banger?
Outkast is the fucking tits. So anything they do, I support.
It's sort of what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You know,
I love them. They're great. Who
Was
was
it-
your favorite artist listening to, like when you were growing up?
I was a pop punk kid, still am.
That doesn't surprise me.
So like I was big. I mean, like in high school, I was probably still finding my way. But I would say like I was like I'm like an OG Fall Out Boy guy.
Oh my God, you look like you were in Fall Out Boy.
Surprise.
I was the stand-in.
Yeah,
You were like a double. You know how like the Queen had a double, presidents have doubles.
I was
You
stage
were-
crew.
You were the double.
I played stage crew.
You were the double for the front man
Yeah.
for Fall Out Boy.
You think so?
Yeah, his name escapes me. So
Patrick Stump.
Okay,
You think
there
I
you
was
go.
Patrick Stump's?
I'm not. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
guy's got a voice. I don't have one. But
Yeah, but you could have just been.
oh, just like stand there.
Yeah.
Like literally a stand-in.
Yeah.
Don't sing. The mic's off.
And when you travel and stuff, like you go out first in case anyone tries to like Abe Lincoln your ass.
You mean his
they're-
ass, but then I'll take the bullet. And
Yeah,
the
exactly.
band can
That's
continue.
exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
So-
what they're for. They're there to take the hit.
When people get Abe Lincoln.
Yeah, assassinated.
No, I got it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just didn't know that. I've
I
never.
was trying to keep it kid friendly.
I didn't know-
Clearly, this is a very
No, people
kid-
know- I think
this is a
peop-
PG podcast.
People know what
Thank
happened
you.
to him. I think people know.
Yeah, John Wilkes.
He was just trying to watch a play.
I know, right?
What play? We never talked about that. What play was it? Do we know?
I don't know. I feel like we
It's probably like the
definitely.
opera. Probably wasn't a play.
Yeah, no, it was an opera house, I believe.
It'd be crazy if it was like vagina monologue.
Abe Lincoln.
He's trying to
shot
learn.
at the vagina monologue.
Yeah, and then John Wilkes Booth was like, "Dude, this is ridiculous."
He's like, I'm shooting you just because you came to this show.
And probably a lot of people then would have been like, "We get it."
Yeah.
We're not happy about it. We liked Abe, but also we get it.
Yeah. Why'd you need front row balcony?
Yeah, why'd you need to go see that? It's a little
And
creepy.
why'd you wear a top hat
It's a little
at
creepy.
a show?
The slave stuff wasn't great, but this is really bad.
Yeah. They're like, north, south, we understand.
Yeah.
But the monologues, you got to go.
I've seen the monologues.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
a friend was in it in college.
Really?
So we all went to
That's
support her.
cool. That's nice.
Yeah, I learned a lot.
Have you ever been back to the theater since then?
I like a theater. I'll go to a theater.
God.
I like a musical. We've talked about this.
I can't stand musicals.
It's music and it's theater and it's a night out. You can dress up. I mean,
it's cool, but like do that and go to like a concert or something.
I mean, I'll go to
like,
a concert too.
I
think they're
can't
two different
stand when
vibes.
like they're like I don't watch musicals either.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to a few for my mom because she wanted to see like Carole
And when
King.
you left, were you in a good mood or bad mood, Slater?
I was content.
Don't lie to us.
I was
you were smiling.
same the way I went in as the way I came out.
You were smiling. You felt good. You said, "Oh wow, look at this, the best of the best."
No,
New
because
York's
I can't
finest.
take people seriously when they're having like a moment in a play or in a movie that's a musical, and like all of a sudden in this crazy serious moment they just break out in song. Like I just think it's the corniest, weirdest thing. I respect the craft as like a performer. I get it. I think it's great and like they're very talented. But I just can't fuck with it. I just start laughing. I think it's fucking weird and awkward, and I don't get awkward. Like that's just I can't. I look away.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I hear what you're saying. It's
Musicals aren't for everyone. Broadway's, its own kind of thing.
But what about a play? A play, there's no singing.
A play? What's the difference between it's a Broadway play? What's the difference between a
There's no
Broadway
singing.
show and a play?
Well, I mean,
There's always a number in a play. You can't tell me there's a fucking play.
no. A lot of plays have no music. That's why they're called musicals or plays.
Oh my God, that is so false.
No,
Every
I'm pretty
play
sure.
has
I'm
a
pretty sure
song.
this is 100%
They even
true.
have an intro or outro at the minimum.
I don't think so.
Yes, they do.
Like a normal play, like a Broadway play. It's like musicless.
There's no.
Like
They're
you go
projecting
see To
their
Kill a
voice.
Mockingbird.
Well, no one's seen that.
Everyone's seen it. We all
You
know
just-
Boo
you just
Radley.
Spark note that shit in high school when you had
What
to
I'm
read the
saying,
book.
if you go see that, they're not singing.
Oh, they're singing. You just didn't hear it.
I don't think you've seen enough stuff.
I'm so young.
I think you've
and
seen one.
innocent.
I think you've seen one musical, and then you've equated it to this is what they're all like.
I saw two. And the first one I saw was the Carole King one for my mom, her birthday. I got it for her. So I suffered. I sacrificed myself. And then the other one I saw, Chicago, with my UK roomie, Poppy. And we took shrooms for that, so I can't really say my honest opinion. But that one I thought was great. But it was also probably because of the shrooms. So I don't know.
I don't know anything about Chicago. I'll be honest.
I didn't either. I went in blind. I've heard of it. I know it's super famous, but I was like, all right, let's do this. And then I was like, that was actually great. But again,
I wonder if maybe you just haven't seen, because those. I mean, Chicago is, I think, a classic. But like, I feel like maybe you haven't given it. Listen, do what you got to do.
I'll give it a shot, but I have to be under the influence, or I'm gonna just fucking laugh at the weirdest parts and ruin it.
No, I mean you can be under the influence. I mean, sure.
Yeah.
They sell booze there.
But the line is so long.
Well, sneak it in.
I'm just gonna get fucking hammered
Yeah, I
and
feel
go
like-
to a Broadway
I
show.
feel like you've snuck in
by
booze to places
myself.
before. I'm sure you have ways.
Yeah. Well, now that I'm handicapped, I could probably get away with a lot more. I've actually
so?
learned that so far within this debilitating
don't wanna,
phase
like,
of my
even-
life.
Rules don't apply.
Oh, it's so great.
Interesting.
I get treated like a VIP. It's fantastic.
What
I'm
has
like,
hap-
you know
what has
what? When I
happened?
am healed, I might just keep the crutches, keep my cast on.
What has happened? Like, what are we talking about? Like where have you seen this like come into play?
Well, so chivalry, I thought was dead, but it's not for the handicap. So all the doors be opening for me, which is great.
That's nice.
That's
yeah.
very nice.
I open doors. People don't open doors for you?
Not
Not
when
even
I'm
once?
crutchless. No.
Really? Wow,
Yeah.
that's-
No, definitely way more with crutches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. I'm glad they're opening them for you now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel
And
like
maybe
a door
they'll
opens like
remember.
the easiest thing you can do. But continue.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Every time a door closes, a window opens.
Oh yeah, open a window for a woman. You go out with a lady.
It's hot
you go
in
through
my
the door,
apartment.
lock it, open the
Open a
window.
window.
Tell her you want to come in to get some food at the restaurant. Climb in.
Boom. What else has happened? Now I'm on the spot. But I do have examples because I keep being like, wow, this is crazy. This life. Oh, when I was in line at a bar.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, yeah, no, come around. And I skipped everybody going in on like a Friday night. And I was like, thank you. And they sat me right in the front. They made people get up. I had a seat, I had a stool. I was like, wow, are they going to bring me my beer too? They did not. But it was all very nice.
And who had you skip the line? The bouncer?
Yeah. He was like, oh, you don't have to be standing there like that on your one leg, fucking peg leg, pirate, bitch. Get up here. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that was
nice.
good. And then
that sounds like more of like that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, that would not happen normally. Oh my god, damn it, Dale. You know what's funny is that you don't have to take this.
I'll take it. I mean,
are you sure? It goes very fast, and then you're like, oh, I never even took one. What? That's the alcoholic in me speaking. Whoop, spilled a little. But I'm going to the Mets game on Saturday, and I'm going in a wheelchair because I can't with the crutches in the stadium. It'd just be mayhem. So I have a wheelchair that I'm going to use, but I that's another perk. So I had to buy handicapped seats, and I was like, oh, this is weird. Great seats, half the price.
Oh, really?
And I just wheel them in, and I got 2 of my friends going with me. And I was like, yeah, jump on this fucking gravy train. Like, let's ride this out.
Wait, but how are they going to get in without a wheel? They have to just stand by you?
No, there's like a big, like in the movie theater when there's like a railed off section. Yeah. And then there's seats next to it.
Oh, so you have like plus one. Like they have to come with me. They're my
like I'm not going to fucking wheel myself in.
Yeah.
That's going to be way too much.
So you bought a wheelchair?
No, my friend, her grandma.
Oh, wow.
Her grandma, who has passed.
She's passed.
Yeah, but they kept the wheelchair. No, I'm totally fucking with you. The grandma's not dead. She's just in Florida.
Oh, you're just going to
which is the same because Florida is where people go to die.
But I mean, does she know that you're borrowing her wheelchair?
No, and she'd probably forget. She has dementia. Cheers to grandma. Are your grandparents still alive?
They are not. They are in the ground.
All of them?
4 of them.
Yep. Oh, so they went to hell.
Because they're in the ground?
Yeah, that was a down. Usually they're like, yeah, they passed. They're in heaven now. They're in a better place. You're like, they're in the ground. They're in limbo.
Well, that's where they are.
They're in no name land.
I mean, that's where everybody is.
Yeah, physically, yeah, their body coordinates are for sure below the ground.
Are there people like that get sent into space to be where like we consider heaven to be?
Wow, I bet you that bodies are being sent to space nowadays. Everything, go to space. Trash to space, dead bodies to space. They'll all just, orbit around and disintegrate eventually, Yeah,
I don't know what happens up there, truthfully.
I don't know what happens in space. I don't know what happens after you die.
But
I'm pretty sure it's connected.
I barely know how this podcast studio works, let alone space.
Yeah, I know.
Do I know how sound waves work? No.
No, I don't think no one even knows how
I don't like it when
electricity
someone tries
works.
to explain it to me, like that they get it. I don't get it enough, or in my head, I can't wrap around the fact that they might actually understand it. They're like, yeah, it's sound waves, it's going in the air, and then I guess like through my phone to someone else. It doesn't make sense. No, and I try not to understand it. My brain has way better shit to do. Yeah, like what? Like try to figure out the hard-hitting questions. What better stuff do you have to do than learn? To perfect what I do already know. Oh, okay. Yeah. Boom. Yeah. Didn't expect that one, did you? Yeah. Bitch. Just get better at what I do know. Yeah. Which is everything. Shotcast. Other kinds of ways to do the podcast. Hotcast season 1 coming later. Shotcast season 2. Yep. Coming soon. Podcast. Well, my next one's on 420. And I was like, oh, that would be fun to do. Oh, podcast. But I don't think we can smoke in here, huh, Rick? Probably not. Yeah, probably. I just get the fire alarm. Oh, but you could do like edibles. Oh, yeah. Problem solved. I forget that's an option. Edible cast. One more time. I am looking for a job. I'm good on the spot. I'm an idea guy. Yeah. For all your ideas. So you got I know it doesn't rhyme, so you got podcast. Edible cast is not great. Yeah, it's not. We could still say podcast for that one. It's fine. Yeah, I mean it's pot. Yeah. Just not in pot form. Yeah. Yeah. It's in a little brownie, a cookie, a chocolate bar. There's so many fucking Zazas in this bitch. Boy, yeah, they really...
There's so many, and I don't really like the ones that you buy at those stores.
Yeah.
It's a hit or miss, and when it is a hit, it's like a fucking like death sniper hit, and you're just like out for the count. And then the miss is like a big miss. You just feel nothing, and you just wasted calories, and it didn't even taste good.
Yeah, I don't, and because we're in comedy, like we hear a lot of people talk about it, like on stage.
I know.
And
everyone talks about weed on stage.
Which is fine. I don't care that they talk about it. What I don't understand is how many people talk about how like crazy it is, but then they keep like doing. It's just like it doesn't seem like anyone's ever had a good time on an edible.
Well, I think the times where it wasn't good are the ones most memorable, the ones worth sharing.
Yeah,
Because what are you going to say? Hey, I took an edible one time and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
Anyway.
I get that too. At the same time, like I don't know if I've ever heard anybody have a good story about them. It's always just like, I thought I was going to die.
I've had great times.
I ate my thumb and now I don't have a thumb.
I've had great times on edibles. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to hear more of those. It just it
You
feels
know
like
what?
a real
We should
propaganda issue.
just do,
we need a new PR campaign.
Yeah, we should do I'll do a whole set dedicated to pro edible life. And I'll just talk about all the good times I've had on edibles. Yeah. And that would just really not kill at all. People would probably want to kill themselves after sitting through it. But, you know, it needs to be brought to the masses. People need to know that edibles are not all bad.
Edibles are not all bad, people.
Do edibles, kids. It's good for your health. It's good for your heart.
What kind of edibles have you done? Like, what are your favorite? Do you have an edible?
An unforgettable edible?
By the way, so there's edible arrangements. Why have they not tapped into this
Oh
yet?
my God, edible arrangements. But like instead of fruit, they're like
or
weed.
it's still fruit, but it's
I don't
covered
even know.
in.
Can you infuse fruit with weed?
You know, I don't know that answer.
Oh
but
my God, yeah. You
what
don't
I do
how
know is
fucking
edible
sound
arrangements
waves work.
are missing out.
They are.
Edible
Well, actually,
arrangements X-rated.
I bet you that there was an edible like startup company, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna name it Edible Arrangements," and then the real one took it, and we're like, "We're doing fruit," and they're like, "Fuck you guys."
Well, I mean, edible arrangements. I think they've been around forever. Like, they've been around a while.
Not longer than weed.
Well, not longer than weed. Probably longer than like edibles.
I bet you the guy who
like,
came up with the name for edible arrangements was high on an edible.
that would be something to research. Now we're talking.
That is a Google. That's worth a Google.
Yeah, I mean, that's possible.
Okay, wait. So I have some structure for you before we go down this edible train because it could get weird. So initially when I started this Shotcast, and I just never got around to it because me and the guests just get drunk and trail off on random shit like we have. And but I did have a thing at the end where I was like, oh, okay, like last, 15 or whatever. I'm like, what? I had three options, 3 roads you could go down. And it was,
Glory Road.
Ready? It's not even a fork. It's a fancy fork. It's a salad fork. It's a torch. What are 3... Trident.
Well, there's no fork like this, so this is a normal fork, actually.
I have a trident.
This is actually a true fork. Slater's never seen a fork.
No. A fork has 4, hence the 4 in fork.
Is that why it's called fork?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Well, this is definitely not more fancy than...
That's like a barbecue, like...
Well, I don't know. You said if it has 3, it's like fancy. Like this would be the fanciest
Well,
forks.
because when you have 3 paths in the road, what do you call it? Like you have 2, it's a fork. You have 3, it's a trident.
I guess 3... no.
Yeah. Just take my trident reference for
Fine,
now.
trident.
All right, we'll fucking table that. Okay, so the 3 paths. The first one is your most embarrassing drunk text you've ever sent or received. We're not going to be biased here. It could be sent or received. We're obviously going to stay anonymous if it's on the receiving end. The second point in the trident is what's your worst, what's the best thing you did in the worst, like, drunken state? That one's a little tough. That might be too leveled up for you. Okay. Best thing you did in your worst drunken state.
Okay.
And then the third one was your worst hangover story. So you can pick any of the 3, and then we'll go from there. No pressure.
No pressure. I feel like it's a lot of pressure. There's options.
No, all right. Well, we could talk through it. I know. It's like 3 doors. What are you going to pick?
But you already know what's behind the doors.
I don't.
Well, you don't know the answers, but I know the options. Normally, if it's like a 3-door show, they're like behind door number 1, 2, or 3, and you pick, and then whatever's there you get. Whereas in this case, I know what the doors are, and now I'm like, I don't
know which one I should give.
Here's the truth. Like I've never been like a big drinker. I've never been like a binge. Like I'll go out and drink, get like tipsy. I've never been. So like I don't think I really, as far as these questions go, probably don't have like a great story. As far as like drinking as a certain amount in a small amount of time, this is probably the most I've done in my life.
So it's door number 4.
Yeah, it's door number 4.
It's this right here.
It's this right here. I mean, this is it. 4 shots in an hour is.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I mean, it's not like a healthy amount.
I also broke my sober streak for April.
For
I
the
didn't
podcast?
drink all month.
But you scheduled this like 2 months ago.
I know. Well, I didn't know I was going to do a sober month. I was trying to do it because I'll go first. I had the worst hangover of my life on Saturday, April Fool's Day, and I felt like a fool, coincidentally. And I think it's because I didn't even drink that much. I went out to dinner with a bunch of friends for someone's birthday, and then I drank 2 gin and tonics, and it was like a table of like 16, like 20 of a lot of people. And so like by, the second hour of this fucking 4-hour dinner extravaganza, everyone's like switching seats, mingling, kind of like musical chairsing it, right? And so I'm at the other end of the table from where I started.
Yeah.
And I can't drink vodka, you know this. And so I went to the other end of the table. I had gin and tonics, and it was just lime. And then when I switched, one of my friends like was on the other side of the table, and he was drinking vodka tonic with lime. And like at that point, I honestly can't taste the difference between a vodka tonic and a gin tonic, especially if I've already had 2 gin and tonics. I don't know. I'm just not paying attention. I was talking. And so I think that's what happened, because there's no way that 3 gin and tonics would make me feel like I was on death row the next day. Like I woke up with a splitting headache, was like throwing up like on a clock, like every 30 minutes, like just throwing up. The nice, beautiful dinner that I had. Yeah. I felt like that Step Brothers scene. When he's like, I'm going to throw up this beautiful dinner that I had. Yeah. That was me. And I was just like, so I was like throwing up and like just sobbing because I was just throwing up this beautiful meal. And that was also very expensive. But so then like towards maybe 3 or 4 o'clock, I'm like, it's gotta be done. Like I gotta be done throwing up. There's nothing in me anymore. Like I don't even have a soul left. And I threw up one last time. That was like the bile one. Gross, I know. And then I finally was just like eating like a little piece of toast. No butter, just plain toast. And I was like just eating it like a chipmunk, like slowly, like, and then finally I didn't throw that up. Then I can take my Excedrin, which is a fucking miracle worker. Excedrin, sponsored by. Because I literally take that shit every time I even have the slightest hangover, and it cures me in like 30 minutes flat. Like
That's pretty good.
Amazing. I have it by my bed.
Like a big bottle?
Yeah. Got a big like Costco fucking
it's like
Excedrin
one of those things
bottle.
You just like turn it, you spin the thing and one pops
yeah.
out. In your hand.
yeah. It's like a Pez dispenser.
Like a gumball machine or something.
Yeah. I'm just like popping them in bed. But I have one in my like nightstand in that drawer. Mm-hmm. And then I have another bottle in my kitchen cabinet, just in case I can't make it to the kitchen.
Right.
If I'm that hungover, I have reserve next to me. Like that is how.
How often are you like hungover?
I'm really not that bad. Since I cut out vodka, once I had that fucking revelation, I haven't thrown up from drinking in years, which is why I was like, I had to have fucked up and grabbed his drink and he took mine or something, because there's no way I would just feel like that after 3 gin and tonic. Like that's fucking baby's play, you know?
Yeah, I mean that is. It also just sounds like maybe something that you ate.
No.
You don't think so?
No, I've everything I ate there I've eaten before.
Well, maybe it was just like it wasn't cooked well or something.
No one else was fucking fucked up the next day, and they all went out after. I went home, and like they were fine. Like I didn't hear any stories.
You're just allergic to vodka.
Yeah, dude. It just my body rejects it. It's just it's so unfortunate because it's in such good drinks.
Vodka?
Yeah.
I don't like vodka that much at all, but
hell yeah.
that's
Fuck vodka. All right, so that's my most recently worst hangover story.
I was pretty hungover.
Although I've been hungover and had to go to an amusement park the next day, and I was throwing up after all the rides. That
sounds
worst.
gnarly. That seems like a thing you could have just said. I'm not going anymore.
That was a punishment. No, it was a family event. I had to go.
Listen, fam, I'm super hungover.
No, I was in high school, so
You couldn't.
they couldn't know I was drinking. I was a fucking angel. Like what? They definitely knew I did though. They knew I was drinking.
You think that they might have thought you were an angel, or you looking?
I
back,
thought that they did, but there's no fucking way. I would sneak out so much.
Yeah.
I thought I was so cool. I thought I was like fucking MacGruber.
MacGruber?
Yeah, not MacGyver. MacGruber.
MacGruber is he's the man.
MacGruber.
Oh yeah, he's great.
The best.
I mean, I was pretty hungover even just this past Sunday. Probably the most hungover I felt in a while. I didn't really. Similarly, like I didn't think I went out like that. Like we were out late.
Yeah.
But not like 3 glasses of wine. Like nothing like crazy. But just maybe like I don't know. I could not get out of bed the next day just in terms of just like tiredness.
Yeah.
Like every time I tried to, I was like, let's not do that.
Oh, dude.
And like I had like a hockey game at like 7 p.m.
Oh yeah, I forgot you do that.
And that's not early.
7 p.m.
Let's agree that 7 p.m. is a pretty reasonable time to be up by.
Wait.
And I could not get up by 7 p.m.
7
in the evening
is when you play hockey?
That night on Sunday, our game was at 7 p.m. And I'm saying like I can acknowledge that 7 p.m. is not too early of a time to try to wake up by. It's not unreasonable to be up by 7 p.m.
Wait, up by 7 p.m.? That's
Yeah.
what's throwing me. I'm like,
Yeah,
up by 7 a.m. Yeah, that's kind of rough. I don't
No,
do
up
that.
by 7 p.m. Like that's how tired
like
I was.
from a hangover?
Like my body was
Oh,
so dead, like just
dude.
tired. Like I just every time I'd roll over, I'd be like I eventually texted my captain. I was like, I can't. I was like, I can't get up. I don't know what the hell's going on. And I just kept sleeping, and then finally by like 9:30, like I finally like had energy again. It was just one of those like thank God I wasn't like throwing up or anything, but it was just like I can't move. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, dude, I know. I can't even like go like I don't leave my horizontal position when I'm hungover. Like I just like watch shit on TV and just rot. I rot for like I need at least 9 hours of rotting. And in between that rotting, I'm door dashing food like a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
And then even for me to get up to like ring like or buzz them in, that's like a marathon.
Is it like tiredness or like you actually feel like shit though?
It's a combination.
Yeah, because like I didn't like feel like shit. I was just like so like in that
You
sense
exhaust
was good.
yourself.
But you do exhaust yourself.
So did you not go to the hockey game?
No, I didn't go.
All right, this is our last shot. So
That shot. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie to your viewers. How many viewers you got?
like a couple hundred, depending on the platform. Spotify's the most. Then
Listen,
Apple.
Spotify. I'm not looking forward to this. I don't want you to be listening while you're driving to work, thinking, "Boy,
You're like, wow, this is fun."
this
It's
guy's
not.
great voice is probably really excited for this next tequila shot." He's not.
He's not.
Listen, George
I'm
Clooney.
sweating. George Clooney is rolling over in his soon-to-be grave.
Is that what
probably.
happens? The sweats kick in?
I sweat all the time.
Oh, you're just always sweating.
I'm just a sweater.
Well, we've done it, folks.
Ew.
That one did not feel good.
Usually, they get easier, but that got harder.
That did not taste
I don't like
good.
Casamigos. I don't like it. George Clooney, figure it out.
Listen, George, you've done some movies that are good.
George, you're too curious.
But we have done it, folks. We've done it.
We have done it. It's
Okay,
really gross.
let's get into what did you just say?
What?
You just said something that was interesting that I wanted to push on. Oh, you said you sweat a lot.
Yeah.
You said
I talked
sweat a
about
lot.
this
I'm sweater. I'm a
on the
sweater.
last episode.
Oh, did
so
you?
Clearly, you don't listen.
Big fan of the show. Happy to be here.
Piece of shit. Rick
Well, if
knows.
you've already talked about it with your viewers, then let's not get into it.
No, we didn't talk about it too much. He was just like, "What do you mean? Like, how much do you sweat?" And I was like, "I sweat all the time, 24/7."
That was it.
Yeah. We didn't dig into it. I didn't get like a diagnosis.
Well, I'm not going to diagnose. Like when you say, like, do you have certain areas that sweat more than other areas?
Yeah, my face.
Oh, you're a face sweater.
Yeah.
Are there certain areas that don't sweat?
Like I hate the summer.
What about like butt?
No, my
'Cause-
butt doesn't sweat.
Because butt sweat is like the worst.
Oh,
I'm a
wow.
butt sweater. Most guys I
Really?
think are though.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Butt
Where
sweat.
in the butt?
Swamp ass.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you
I
mean where in
guess.
the butt?
In the crack
All of it.
under the cheeks.
Most probably all of it, but like I'm sure it starts some places and then
I feel like it happens when you're like sitting down. Then
sitting. If you're moving,
how
say,
can
say
you
you
have
say you're
butt
going some.
sweat when you're walking? That's like airy. It's light and breezy. Things
that's-
aren't always that easy.
If you're,
Huh?
that's where all of the work is being done.
In the butt?
Like you're just you're just really getting in there.
I don't
walking
know.
with some speed.
Speed walkers got a lot of butt sweat. Let me tell you.
I mean, not that like one is better than the other. I guess face sweat is less gross, but then people can see it.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Are you?
sweat
Is
in
your
the
face sweating even if you're not hot?
Ah,
Or are you normally like overheating?
I think I'm normally hot. Yeah.
Okay.
So hot.
Yeah. You're so hot right now. It's
so
so
hot right now, Hansel.
Yeah, you're so hot right now. Yeah, I mean that sweating in the face is not fun,
It's
especially as a performer
annoying.
like we do. Like, it's not fun to feel
Yeah.
like
And
last
like
night I performed.
then I gotta like
sweating.
fucking put a napkin and just dab my face because I'm not a dude. I don't have a handkerchief, right?
Who is a handkerchief?
Handkerchief.
I don't
say
have
that
a
weird?
handkerchief, but like I have
Guys,
carried.
I don't know. Guys
I've
have
carried,
like
like-
shit on them.
I've
you
carried
know?
a towel with me before, just in
a
case.
towel.
not like
A beach towel,
Not
just
a- yeah.
fucking like Aladdin's carpet, and you just
Yeah,
fucking
you
start-
got to. And listen, if you're sweating, be prepared. You should know who you are. You know.
I know who I am, and I will.
So
you
you
know,
just live with
I
it.
use my hair as a sweat rag.
That's not the best.
I also
strategy.
use my hair as floss sometimes.
That makes more sense to me than as a sweat rag.
Really?
Well,
I
your
do
hair
both,
sweats.
because then you just like go like woo.
I
And
mean,
it's
that's-
fine.
That's a
Nice.
that's that. I mean, that's a look. That's a look.
What? But people don't know. I could just be like playing with my hair. I don't just like obviously grab it and dab my face. I do a little like, oh yeah, I'm just twirling it, and then I just swipe it in real quick when they're not looking.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Someone's noticed.
No,
Someone's
I'm not.
noticed and been concerned. Been pretty
I gotta
concerned.
start thinking of the people who just stopped talking to me on a hot summer day.
Because best case, it looks like you're sniffing your own hair.
Yeah,
Worst
I
case,
could do
people
that.
know that you're dabbing
That's
your
a
sweat.
good tip. That's literally a hot tip. I could just be like, oh my God.
Do
I
you
got
think
this
that
new
you look hot right
shampoo.
now?
I got this new shampoo. It smells so good. And while I'm smelling it, I'm really just dipping my sweat on my nose and my mustache. Oh my God. It's perfect.
Why don't you just dab your sweat with your mustache?
That doesn't work.
How long have you been letting your mustache grow?
It's been a couple years.
Since you've
Yeah, I'm trying to grow it in.
trying to grow it out?
Yeah. I kind of want a handlebar one.
What do
I
you
feel like if I was a guy in the 1800s, I would for sure have like a twisty mustache.
Oh, yeah,
I might
yeah.
have in a past life. You don't fucking know me. I don't know.
I know you. I don't know past life you. I know you. How often do you wax, shave? What do you do?
Like in general?
Like not in general. Well, we can go into that too. I meant like in your mustache.
No, I just pluck.
Oh, you pluck it.
Yeah, I do specifics.
That's
Because I get like blonde hair. I have blonde hair and black hair. It's weird. It's like a mix.
I didn't expect you to say pluck. I'll be honest. That sounds
Yeah,
like
I
a lot
went
of
old
work.
school on that one. Yeah.
You pluck every individual hair.
It just depends on what's coming in that week. Now you're looking at me.
No. I didn't notice anything, but I'm just thinking that would be that just seems like a lot more tedious and a lot more work.
It is.
than
I
either of the other two
don't
options that
touch
I
my
named.
eyebrows. I think it's because my mom did the spit trick on me as a kid. Did your mom ever do that to you?
No, but I
Where
know
she
what
like
it is. Yeah.
licked her thumbs and then like went like that on my eyebrows, like as a child.
Yeah.
Before I went to
So
school.
now they're just, like,
when she was doing my ponytail, I
pasted
slicked
down.
back in
Yeah,
like
yeah,
third grade,
Right,
and I was
right,
like,
right.
"Why are you always licking everything on me?" Yeah, I felt like fucking Simba. I was like, "You gotta stop."
Listen, that's what cats do.
Yeah, I was like, "Mom, enough."
Enough with the tongue.
I was like, you're gonna have fucking 8 lives after
Right.
this. But yeah, so she would do that all the time, and I hated her in the moment. But
Yeah.
now I'm like, thank God, because like there's so much upkeep being a girl, and
Oh,
it's
yeah, yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
And all my friends are getting Botox.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, first of all, mad expensive. Second, all the like doctors are saying it's preventative Botox. I'm like, preventing what? Like from you saving money?
Right.
Like there's no.
And like
You look great, and you don't know if like getting Botox at like 27, 28, 29, 30, like what like effects are gonna happen later in life. Like, you're going to have to keep re-upping every, like, 3 months for 40 years. Of course they're going to make you be like, hey, come get this. Not knocking it. Like, if it makes you feel good.
That's the most important thing. If it makes you feel good, you should do it. Do whatever makes you feel good.
Beautiful with it, go for it. But also, you're fucking fine without it. Like, you're not noticing it. You're looking at yourself in the mirror more than anybody else is seeing your face. Like, you see you the most.
It's a tough one.
You think it's happening. Like, I don't know. I don't think you need that shit until you're like,
I think if you're doing it because it makes you feel good, then you should do it. If you're doing it because like you think like other people will notice, then you're still do whatever you want to do. But like if you're doing it because you're hoping other guys or girls, whoever, whatever, will
guys
notice,
aren't gonna fucking notice. I can tell you that right now. Girls literally do shit for other girls.
I was gonna say if you're doing it for that reason, then I can't speak to that. If you're doing it for guys, what I can tell you is we don't notice.
Yeah, they're not. More times than not, don't notice anything.
Like we want to.
But our eyes are just so bad.
Yeah, first of all, a lot of us have bad eyes.
Guys have poor eyesight. I don't know if y'all knew this. And their brains are also working at like half capacity. So it's just not, they can only focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah. And it's most of the time
it's not your wrinkles. So if you have multiple, you're actually doing a better job because they can only focus on one wrinkle at a time.
Yeah, if you have multiple wrinkles, in time. At that point, yeah, exactly. At that point, like if you're already gonna have if you're gonna have 3 or 4 wrinkles, we just see one.
Yeah.
And listen,
minus everything.
I'm not saying that we're happy about it, but don't have a wrinkle. No, I'm kidding. I don't.
But yeah, like truly, try not to age.
I don't think that most guys. I shouldn't say most. I'm sure there are guys. The guys that are caring if you get Botox probably aren't the best guys.
Yeah,
that's and listen, I'm not trying to, be a white knight as they say.
a woke white knight. But WWK.
More likely than not, if a guy's like, listen, we can't be together unless you get more Botox. Probably get back on the apps. Start swiping again. Get out there. Get the thumb involved.
He's probably a Botox doctor.
Right. Yeah. Probably.
But it looks like especially when you're older, it looks bad. Like you can tell something's off. It's kind of like AI generated images. You're like, I know this is fake because something's wrong with it, but I can't pinpoint what it is. And that is what Botox does when you're like older trying to fucking fix it. I'm like, just age gracefully. Just accept it. We're all going to get old. And if you don't want to, just like, try and die young. I don't know. Close your eyes when you're driving when you turn like 65,
Shotcast turned to suicide cast real quick. Real quick.
Shot. Well, actually, the logo is a bullet thing right there.
That is true.
A little sniper.
True.
Which
Pretty cool.
Pretty.
I don't want to say that I'm
cool.
super white, but boy, do I not show up well.
Well,
let me ask you this.
It's because the light's bright.
That's
You're
fair.
Not that
that's fair. Let me ask you this. So
we're getting a tan.
I should have put on some.
I put on sunblock.
Some SPF. Okay, so you pluck the mustache.
Oh wow, we're back to that. Sure.
Because that was a shocker. Yeah. So initially the question was, do you shave or wax? And you're like, in general. And you said pluck. Do you pluck other areas?
This is getting weird.
Yeah.
Shotcast. No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
That would take a while.
No.
And painful.
No.
Because in theory, like instead of shaving my balls, I could pluck them.
No.
But that would just take a long time.
Yeah, that would suck.
Like when you
essentially, like when you get wax, it's like a million pluckings at once. Yeah, it's a pluck fest.
I can't.
Imagine waxing.
My balls?
Honestly, waxing is great.
My balls?
Oh, it's like over in 15. Just take the pain. Suck it up.
I don't know if I've met anybody.
This is why you guys can't get pregnant.
Not because of biology, because of the pain.
Because of the pain. You were made this way.
I don't know if I've ever met any guy who's waxed their balls, but I would love to know the pain. That feels like...
Oh, there's definitely a lot of guys who wax balls. We should go to a strip club, a gay strip club.
Well, yeah, maybe, for those professional... I would love to ask about the pain, actually.
I feel like they would be like, yeah, no. I feel like they wouldn't be honest.
Yeah, maybe they wouldn't be honest. I was going to say... Maybe there's someone out there.
I'll take them into a private room and be like, yeah. And they'll be like, yeah. And I'll be like, no. Serious question. Sit down. I'll pay you $100 to answer me honestly right now. Does waxing your balls hurt? And then he'll probably tell me the truth if I just corner him and pay him money.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, man, I can't even imagine. wax ball?
Dude. I mean, I don't know why you went to the balls. You could wax anything.
Well, no, yeah,
You
yeah,
can wax your chest, your back, your armpits, wherever there's hair, your legs, toes, head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
We just named every body part. Wow.
You can wax whatever you want. It's a
Yeah.
wax world, baby. Wax on, wax off.
It's a wax world.
It's a wax world.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wayne's World, just wax world. Ball sacks, excellent.
That is.
That's
that,
we're
listen.
in theme with our jingles, okay? I'm trying.
No,
I'm
yeah.
trying.
Listen, it came with a good jingle for a ball wax spot.
Yeah.
The place that
What
only
would it be
waxes
called?
balls.
Oh, what would it be called? Not wax.
Wax balls.
No, not wax balls.
Ball wax.
Milk duds.
Can't be ball wax because that sounds even worse.
Yeah, you don't want a ball wax. That's weird.
Ball wax. Ball.
Crystal balls.
Yeah, there's something about being like smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal
Bowling
balls.
balls.
Bowling balls. Bowling balls are pretty smooth.
Yeah.
They do have holes in them though, which is not great.
Yeah, that's true.
Gotta be careful about that.
But balls want to be near holes.
That's true.
Hey-o.
Nailed it. You got it.
Did
Yeah.
it.
And that's the clip.
Honestly, and I think that's how we're gonna end it because I feel good about that ending.
I
Oh
feel
my
like-
god! And the fucking shot clock just.
I
went
feel
off.
like it was a good ending.
That was good. That was
We'll-
a happy ending, folks.
We'll be right back. Let's go to a clip of
Let's
some
go to a
people getting
caller.
their balls
Hey,
waxed.
I just waxed my balls last night, and let me tell you.
That caller doesn't have balls. There's no chance.
No, I don't know.
It's been a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much
for
for having me.
coming.
It's so
Thank
much
you.
fun.
That was
Thank you to the
fun.
whole team that puts this on. Shotcast.
Yeah.
Can't wait to come back.
Can't wait.